A young man named RZA, DJ Scratch. What does it take for you to be fresh in this current state of music?
Like, I come to the realization that a Bentley is a Bentley, yo. I don't care how many cars come out, how many new models, whatever, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I think an artist got to be comfortable in knowing that what he brings to the table, nobody else could bring. You know what I mean? And if you understand that for yourself, you know, put it on the tray. You know what I mean? And people who want to eat it, they're going to come by and eat that. Everybody ain't looking for the shrimps and the lobsters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's as simple as that. There's no difference. You just keep doing yourself. Like, just keep doing what you've been doing, man. Like, you know, we've been around for 30 plus years. Our fans are still here. So, you know, back in, like, let's say like back in the 80s with, you know, my Epmd era, we didn't make music for a particular audience. Like, yo, we got to make music for, you know, 16-year-olds, or we got to make music for this. We just made music. We just made music, and whoever liked it, liked it. And that's just it, man. So our fans are still here. Our fans grew up with us. They still here.
One of the most amazing times in my life was seeing Old Dirty at Irving Plaza face to face with Black Thought. Was there ever a time in your career that you were able to tell ODB, bro, chill, and he chilled?
I mean, if I told him to chill, there's a strong chance he would have chilled. But at the end of the day, I wasn't telling him to chill. You know what I mean? He was needed to do everything he did. You know what I mean? Because he helped sharpen a lot of artists. You know, a lot of artists is reaping awards from his rawness. They're reaping the rewards from his freedom of expression, from his, you know, from his untamed spirit. You know what I mean? It birthed so many artists in all reality. You don't get 50% of what's out there if ODB don't exist and do what he do. ODB will come to your show and take your mic, yo. You know what I mean? And that was in the era.
I've witnessed.
Yeah, and that was in the era.
And it blew my mind. I loved it.
Hey, yo, but hip hop started that way, and then it disappeared. And so he's like the one that gave it a chance to be seen later on, to the point that he goes on and do it on the Grammys. Took the mic on the Grammys.
ODB crawl so Kanye can walk.
Exactly. So Kanye comes in and do it into modern times. You know, we talk about these gems. Let me. I know you got to. You know, this is a music show, but even when you think about, you know, why make an album now? Because you're making movies, TV shows. At the end of the day, you know, I mean, people are listening to hip hop. You know what I mean? And to me, it's like wherever the people are listening or watching, I'm striving to put a spoonful of my inspiration into that. You know what I mean? I'm not shy to do that. I'm not shy to do it at my own expense. You see what I mean? So it's like you have to, an artist has to go ahead and create his art. You know, Van Gogh was poor. You know what I mean? Losing his mind, but every day he would go outside and paint. And now those paintings are invaluable, world famous, and capture a moment in time that you wouldn't even be able to see if he didn't paint it. And so I know that's important. And so as I'm sitting there enjoying the rewards of success, especially during the quarantine, I was like, man, I don't even be talking to the hip hop generation about where my mind is at now. How do I evolve to a man I am now? What I think about and what's missing for them. And so when I was like on the song Fisherman, no one knows for whom the bell tolls, or how many souls does the hell hold. You find a soul is more precious than gold, but some get bought, some get lost, some sold. But no one knows for whom the bell tolls, or how many hells, right? Or how many souls does the hell hold? I said the great fisherman, the fisher of men, trying to make a remedy for the elixir of sin. Premonition, we need divine intervention. The whole world is a stage, but it's time for intermission. You know, in the middle of the Congo jungle, there's a combo of concentrated elements that make the world's phones glow. But they got a small zone for the phone, though. We used to communicate just banging on bongos. That's when the village was more motherly and brotherly, but then the Dutch came through and killed them all for a rubber tree. That's King Leopold. City was built from a sea of gold. But the resurrected still trading on a silky road. Somebody told us to grow up and get your dough up. What do? We invested inside the blow rush. That was the late 80s gold rush. The DMD, the Wreck Posse, the Gladiators, we had it sold up. It was crazy how we changed the quota just by adding baking soda, taking over streets and quotas like Ford making motors, or Motorola Toyotas, Toyota Corollas, cans and Cokes or Folgers. Markets start to skyrocket until our pockets start to bulge up. Until the price of life was less more than the cost of a box of rice.
Scratch, this dude be reading books, B. You know, RZA, I'm taking nothing away from you reciting the rhymes on there. I just know that I'm also pressed for time, and you're a pillar, B. Come on. But what was the relationship with you to connect with RZA the MC?
Well, the relationship is basically by him being a producer, because, for example, there's a song called Never Love Again on the album. When he heard the beat, he knew exactly what the sample was. It's you would never get that from just an average MC. They would know what sample you use when they hear the beat. So he was like, yo, that's Love Story. I said, damn, how do you know that? Then I forgot, like, well, he's a producer.
So what RZA, he did, man.
Right. So what he did, he wrote a love story off of the sample Love Story. So the song Never Love Again.
What's one of those songs that is great escapism for you?
I'm gonna say there's a hip hop song that Drake did called Keep My Family Close, you know? And just when he dropped that Views album, that was like the opening track on it, you know what I mean? And it just said everything I was going through, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, we run around with so many other people and you don't spend that time with your family because, you know, of your profession, because of your aspirations. And, you know, even to this day, I play that song at family gatherings. It's like, maybe, you know, they could have on Stevie Wonder, they could be having Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know what I mean? They could be playing whatever they playing. That's coming on in the mix, all right? Yeah. You're like, the bass kicks in. They be like, yo, word? I'm like, yo, this is how I feel, and it's important.
For me, it's James Brown, Get Up, Get Into It, Get Involved. It basically it's my energy song when I get up in the morning. Like, get up, get into it, get involved. Anything you're trying to do, anything you're trying to achieve, you have to get up, get into it, and get involved. Opportunity doesn't knock. Success doesn't knock. Any of these things, these cliche quotes, they don't really exist, man. You got to get up and go get it. And that song is basically my my superhero song to get me through anything that I'm going through in life.
What's your take on what's taking place right now with either antics or music of Kanye?
I mean, entertainment is what we're doing. So as long as it's entertaining, you play both chambers. You know what I mean? Whether you're going to entertain through the music. I mean, I remember when Our Future came out, they had that video that was eating worms. You know, I was like, I mean, it's like, okay, it's entertaining, yo. So
for sure,
we can't forget that this is an entertainment business, and there's many ways to entertain.
What I do want to normalize in the hip hop community is DJ Scratch. We're doing this the way we're doing this, but I love you, brother. Thank you so much for everything you've done musically. And RZA, my bro, listen, Dark Times, you've been the soundtrack of me boosting at Macy's. There you go.
D-Stroy.
Bang.